And back to you.
Katie, so thank you so much. Well, these days, if you're house hunting, you know what you do? You reach for your smartphone.
Yeah, it's just one of the ways technology has changed the way that we buy and sell property. Real estate expert John Adams talks about how far the industry has come. But we all have one of these, right? Everybody's carrying a cell phone around.
Everybody's got it.
Does this help us buying or selling real estate? Is this a tool?
It's a huge tool, and it's because people not only are more mobile today, but they are better connected. That access to information can give the consumer an edge. And I think there are 4 specific areas that we've seen technology really cause a revolution in real estate sales. Okay. Interestingly, a lot of people early on predicted we're going to get rid of real estate agents entirely, won't need them. And instead, we have seen agents evolve. We'll talk about
that's a good
that
thing.
a little
Let's
bit.
talk about those 4 things. Number 1 is real-time data.
You know, when I started back in the dark ages, we were carrying around big books under each arm that were printed every 2 weeks. We'd have to turn in the old ones to get the new ones.
Wow.
And as soon as we got them, they were obsolete. Half the homes were under contract. The only way to know was to call the agent. Nobody had cell phones. Had to leave a message. Maybe they'd call back the next day, maybe they wouldn't. And it was a mess. Today, if you get on the computer and see a house is for sale, there's about a 98% chance that home is for sale. And the other data that you can get so quickly is amazing. Everything from square footage of the house to age of the house to what's happened there is just simply remarkable. So this real-time data has absolutely changed real estate marketing forever.
Number 2 seems like an obvious one to me. We're talking about marketing.
Well, we are. Marketing has made it so easy for the little guy to compete with the big guy. A single agent can, with Google and Zillow, in one afternoon get their listing worldwide syndication. And so somebody sitting in London, England, who's looking for a home near Emory, sees that, and they're shooting you an email, and you're in communication with them immediately. It simply was not the case before, and this helps homes sell faster. It helps consumers because they have access to a much broader selection of homes.
Number 3 is a biggie here. We're talking about transparency.
You know, when I started, we were referred to as gatekeepers of the real estate information. Our listing books, Buck, said confidential, members only, even though it was public information. Right. People thought that home prices were sort of secret. That's baloney. All of that and much, much more is available now, and the transparency is not just in the area of information, but also it's much clearer where your money is going. There was always a question people would get to closing, I just wrote a check for $7,000. Where did that go? Well, the attorney might tell you and he might not. Now every penny is clearly accounted for. You know about it ahead of time, and it gives people a much greater sense of confidence as they approach the home buying decision. This has really been, again, a consumer step forward in my eyes.
And finally, we're talking about speed. What does that mean?
Well, it used to take at least 4 weeks from the time we wrote a contract until we could get to the closing table. Frequently, there were problems and delays, and as you and I were talking earlier, there was an awful lot of courier activity. We'd pay couriers to deliver things because we didn't have fax machines. We didn't have email. There was no such thing as a PDF at that time. And we had copy machines. Those were great, but it was just a different era, and now it's not unusual to sign a contract with no signatures and no paper, get that to the lender, and close a week to 10 days later. And that's what I'm talking about when I say speed. I am predicting, mark my words, within 10 years, we will have real estate closings that happen entirely on the internet. There will not be a piece of paper, there will not be a signature, and once everybody agrees, it'll be done. It's just a matter of handing somebody the keys.
All right, you heard it here. I'm marking your word.
Okay.
All right, John.
2027.
Yeah, okay.